We now move into the creative frontier of the AI economy, how stories, brands, and immersive experiences are being transformed by artificial intelligence. Please welcome Strahil Jordanov, co-founder and CEO of Space Dive Productions and creative director at MP Studio, with Make History with AI, a brand new world. From the TV writer's room to large-scale projection mapping and immersive experiences, Strahil has spent his career building worlds through storytelling. In this keynote, he will explore how AI is pushing the limits of visual language, helping creators revive history, imagine new realities, and turn brands into living universes where people genuinely enjoy spending time. Because in the AI era, companies will not only tell stories, they will build worlds. Please welcome to the stage, Strahil Jordanov.
Thank you guys. It's a great pleasure to be here among you. Hello Webit, let's see a video.
Има подвизи, които времето не може да покрие с пепел. Имена, които не просто остават в историята като надпис, а ехтят като камбана. Тия хора не бяха родени от легенда. Бяха от плът и кръв. С кураж в гърдите и с България в сърцето. Някои шиеха свободата с конец, други я пишеха с мастило и кръв. Трети я изричаха с дръзки уста. Мнозина я заплатиха с живота си. И сред тия огнени дни в Панагюрище се събра волята на един народ. Да не живее повече на колене. От нашите планини се понесе не само пушечен гръм, а вик на човешко достоинство. Глас, който вятъра понесе навред. Светът чу за тяхната саможертва. Но дали ние ги чуваме днес? Дали пазим свободата като светиня? Дали изричаме истината, когато е неудобно? Дали избираме достоинството, когато страхът ни изкушава да мълчим? Братя и сестри, нека помним тези, на които дължим свободата. Нека не оставяме подвига им да изтива в паметници. Нека го носим като огън в сърцата си. Техният завет е нашият път.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here among you today. Hello again. The video that you just saw is a teaser. Its visual part, it's entirely produced with AI. Not the screenplay, but everything visual that you see behind it. It's a part of a video sequence that we did, of 4 short films that we did with AI production for the 150 years of the April Uprising in Bulgaria. Today, we're going to talk about brands and what they can do, how AI has changed the visual story, and also, sorry, I skipped a slide. Okay, we're going to talk about how AI has changed the visual industry and what kind of opportunities are there available for brands right now. But before we get any deeper into that, let me please introduce myself real quick. My name is Strahil Jordanov. I'm a screenwriter, director. I'm a founder and CEO of Space Dive Productions, which is a company for video and film production, like Visual Journeys, the ones that you just saw, with AI and all kinds of other approaches. I'm also the creative director of MP Studio. It's a global studio for immersive projections, immersive experiences, large-scale projection mapping. We've had like 800 projects all around the globe. And also amazing different buildings, a lot of venues that we've projected on. We're mostly known in Bulgaria for Lunar, the Festival of Lights. Maybe you've seen it if you were in Bulgaria at that point. It's one of the biggest events, the biggest event in Bulgaria by attendance, the biggest cultural event. I've also had the pleasure to be the creative director of the Bulgarian Pavilion in Expo Osaka 2025. And I've done more than 15 years in primetime television, done some advertising, some film. But, well, basically my expertise is story in all kinds of formats. I remember when Marin Petkov called me. He's the founder of MP Studio. We were studying together in Germany in the university. Then I started working in TV. He founded the studio. I was like screenwriter, director in Lords of the Air, Господари на ефира, as we say it in Bulgarian. So one day he called me and said, let's do a narrative projection mapping show. Let's do a projection mapping with a voiceover. And so we did. And 3 years later, we won the first World Championship in projection mapping in Berlin. It was 2015. It was the only show with a voiceover. So it kind of became our signature style. I've had the honor of telling global stories like those of Vincent van Gogh and Rembrandt van Rijn in the Northern Church in Amsterdam. Our 40-minute immersive narrative spectacle based on the letters between Vincent and Theo van Gogh is really an amazing piece. It's set in the amazing Northern Church where both artists used to visit. And actually, it's one of the major tourist attractions in Amsterdam. So it's been there for the last 5 years. Some years will be still to come. So if you're traveling to Amsterdam, please check it out. It's a beautiful, dramatic piece. Then there's Vienna. In Vienna, we've had the pleasure of telling the story of creation. And we've also had the pleasure of working with an amazing composer from Hans Zimmer Studio. His name is Adam Lucas. He's a Grammy winner. And he composed really amazing music, which was recorded by a 60-member orchestra in Synchron Stage Studio in Vienna, the emblematic studio, where the music for Dune was also recorded. So it's also a long-term installment. If you're there, please check it out. It's some years to come yet. And here's the Bulgarian Pavilion in Osaka, which was a great success at the Expo. It had a 2-hour queue every day, was visited by a great lot of people. It was praised a lot. And we told the story of bacteria. Actually, we're living on the planet of bacteria. Earth contains nonillions of bacteria. Nonillion is a number with 30 digits. So bacteria also have sparked the evolution wheel. They saturated the atmosphere with oxygen. And so we evolved a bit later after that. But we were mesmerized by something else about bacteria, and that's the fact that when bacteria are in danger, they forget their primary functions. So they unite to overcome the threat. And we thought that this microscopic lesson would be a very interesting lesson for humanity nowadays. And this was one of the stories in the Bulgarian Pavilion, united by the motto, evolving with nature. But when it comes to visual things, talk is a bit cheap, so let me play you a bit. Let me give you a glimpse of what we do.
They may be blind to me, just wait and see. Just wait and see. Just wait and see.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, our world runs on stories. No matter the format, it's in our DNA. Since the beginning of time in the caves, when stories were shared among our ancestors, and then before bedtime, when our parents told us stories, and then every film, book, song, every memory with friends, there's stories all over us, all around us. And it's actually pure chemistry. A story that builds tension actually releases oxytocin in the brain, which is really interesting. That's the chemical that turns attention into empathy and empathy into action. And we remember stories. According to a Stanford study, 63% of the people remember stories and only 5% remember statistics. But what I'm really passionate about right now is what kind of stories we can tell with AI. Of course, we've been using machine learning, language models, a lot of visual AI tools since their launch. It's what we do. But right now, AI has evolved so much that the whole new storytelling opportunities are here. So, of course, well, we can revive history with AI, like the project that I just showed you. It's a really interesting opportunity because recreating a period piece with classic cinematic approach would have been really, really expensive, like wardrobe, locations, studio sets, costumes, props, castings, actors, etc., you name it. Would have been impossible to create such a thing for such a budget. But this kind of production is not only entertainment, it's also educational. And video by itself is really impactful and accessible. It's a combination of motion, of image, of audio. It's multi-sensory, so better understood and better remembered. And it's also kind of the language that a new generation speaks. Gen Z and Gen Alpha really prefer video. About 65% of them preferred video over text-based material, so that's really a way to transform this legacy and make it more accessible to the newer generations. But yeah, that's one thing. How about companies? How about brands? What can they do? Brands have unique opportunities now, not only to share their brand story, but to have an entire universe built around their brands, around their brand's values. Brand content can already be on another level. Content that is naturally interesting for the audience, not only positioning the brand in the story, but also building high-quality, complex content, especially to achieve what the brand needs. Content that sells, builds brand awareness, creates a positive image, boosts prestige. AI visuals have empowered storytellers to tell all kinds of stories right now, to go beyond the usual stories. But something more. AI visuals have empowered brands to afford a Hollywood visual style, Hollywood quality stories and visual worlds. So let me give you an example with the intro video that we created for Webit this year. Let's watch it again, and it will be a slightly different version from the one in the morning.
The AI decade has begun. You feel the world changing. Every industry, every system, every decision being reimagined in real time. Innovation is inevitable. Could Sophia be Europe's AI and innovation gateway? Who will lead the way? The richest? The fastest? The smartest? The adaptive will shape what comes next. The AI decade belongs to you. Take your seat in the Webit community and let's define what's next before it defines us. We can solve the challenges of the new decade before they come up. For 20 years, Webit has been more than a gathering of minds. It's where the future finds its architects. Meet global leaders, decision makers, and AI pioneers. Welcome to Webit 2026.
It's a really dynamic video. I don't know if you spotted the difference, but there was a digital lady who made AI decisions in real time in the video. And in this version, she is Mrs. Aniela Ruseva, the CEO of Webit. Of course, positioning a CEO of Webit as a character in the video would have been too self-centered for a brand focused on sharing knowledge and building the future. That's why we didn't position it, even though she's way more appealing than the AI version of it. But this is just an example how custom characters can be positioned in video. But yeah, of course you know that already. You've seen it online. There are such videos that have been going on for months. But now, imagine this. Imagine building a character especially for your organization. A character that doesn't communicate your brand. A character that proves your brand's existence. Imagine a tailor-made story built for your company's vision with cinematic storytelling, but designed to perform on social media, distributed in the right way on all social media channels, built for that. A story that's interesting enough for the audience to see, but also a story that performs for the brand. If I have to give you a quick example with Webit, because I don't have time already, I would probably pick a dystopian story set in the near future, where people are trying to go back to the past and maintain balance between humanity and technology before it's too late. It would be a Webit mini-series that you would enjoy watching because it reveals a possible future. It also features realistic contact. It looks like Hollywood and is relevant to the present day. And it also positions Webit as a brand that's exploring solutions to the problems of the future. And there's a native story for every company, a genuine one, an engaging one. Your brand story is your unique access to the hearts and minds of your audience. So use it wisely, build culture around it, build a community. Now it's easier than ever. Thank you for your attention.